Once upon a time, there was this lazy fat boy who can walk 100 steps. The only time when he could walk or jog was when a cat or a dog was after him. So this lazy boy would run up there, keep him up there. Reading Toastmasters friend, I've definitely transformed myself from this lazy boy to a more confident young man. The reason for this transformation is the simple mantra which I would like to give you all. Walking, jogging, and playing my favorite sport regularly. Do you remember the last time when you went to the doctor? Long viral infection, fever? Every time there's a weather change, you fall sick. Or you have your favorite ice cream, you tend to have sore throat. Or even though I have a couple of my friends who would love to have ice cream with me, but unfortunately they do not like to have it because they're scared to go off. One more major problem which we are all facing today is obesity. Obesity, I suppose, is a silent killer today because with obesity, you are also getting blood pressure, heart ailments, diabetes. The list is just endless. More than anything else, I also feel that it is reducing the self-confidence and self-esteem of that particular person. So friends, what are we doing today? How do we get about this? What is the solution for this? I'm going to give you 3 small, nice, good examples which would probably justify the reason I'm standing here talking to you. On my regular visit to Science Park, where I generally jog, I saw this guy who was probably doing all kinds of things, trying to do all different things in a rather very funny manner. He had a big pot belly, and every time he used to jog, his belly used to just swing like a pendulum. And then, when he couldn't jog any further, he would probably grunt and make faces which would probably scare all of us. I never wanted to speak to him for a simple reason that I knew that I was going to laugh at him if I see him. One fine day, he comes to me and tells me, excuse me, sir, my name is Yadav. I've been impressed seeing your jogging style of jogging. You really jog well. And the reason why I'm jogging today is only because of you. He told me he's MTech from Vishweshwara Institute of Technology, and he works for the Press Club of India. I was a little surprised because being a mechanical engineer working for the Press Club of India. A little surprised though. For a period of time, we came to know each other pretty well, and being a reporter, he probably knew other people's businesses much more than what all of us did. A little sad one day, he came to me and told me, Preetam, I'm a little depressed in life. For which I asked him, why? What is the depression for? He told me, I've seen more than 20 girls for marriage, but all the 20 girls have rejected me. I really feel depressed. I have a good job, I'm from a good family, but none of them are willing to get married to me. I had no answer for it. I said, okay, fine. A couple of weeks later, or months later, I used to see this guy still absolutely going into the physical part of it, turning his body. I could see his pot belly going inside. There was a little sparkle on his face, and things were really improving. There was little confidence, and when I met him in the evening, his speech also was much more better. There was no clarity in what he was trying to tell me. There was this, a couple of days later, I was really impressed with this guy. He had toned himself rather beautifully, and he told me he's into one more problem. I asked him what, he said he's seen 4 girls, and all the 4 girls are willing to get married to him. And it's very difficult for this guy to select the right one. My father was a very good student during his college days. He had this bad habit of studying throughout the night and probably going to school the next day morning. This became a routine habit for him, and the sleep pattern got disturbed.
Somebody has parked the vehicle in front of my gate that is Scorpio.
Okay, my father, being a very good student, had this sleep pattern which was absolutely disturbed. He would hardly sleep for about 3 or 4 hours a night, and the rest of the night he would just while away time reading newspapers. Could you believe it? We get about 6 newspapers for 4 of us. That's only because of him. After some time, he probably couldn't even sleep for more than 1 hour, then it came down to half an hour to 10 minutes. The whole night he was just awake. I felt pity. I said, you have to go and see a doctor, there's no other way out. So he went to a psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist gave him tablets. These tablets made him only feel dizzy, but he could never sleep. He was just moving around like a zombie, not knowing what exactly he was doing. I once again told him after a couple of days, I told him, no dad, you have to stop this, and then why don't you come along with me? Let's start something different. So I started taking him in the morning. We started walking at the park. Initially, the first 2 days was a little difficult for him. Probably he didn't like the cold weather. So then I told him, you have to come with me. He liked it, and he started coming in the evening as well with me. Believe me, after a certain amount of time, his sleep pattern increased. And now, let me tell you that he can at least sleep for about 3 to 4 hours a night. As far as I'm concerned, from a lazy guy to what transformed me was in the year 1996, when we were building our house, we had this guy called contractor Mohan, who took this tender to build this house. I was very impressed with this guy. This fellow was absolutely, full of energy. And every time I used to go to the site, I used to see this guy working much more harder than what his workers did. So one day I asked him, Mohan, what's the secret of energy? You seem to be doing extremely well. For which he told me, Preetam, I come from a very poor family. We have 10 of us sleeping in one small little room. The only nice thing for me is I have a park pretty close to my place. I go in the morning at about 6 o'clock, I'm there till 8 o'clock. I do all kinds of physical exercise. I tone my body, and this is the secret of my energy. I was a little impressed. One day he told me, Preetam, you're lucky, you stay very close to the park. Why don't you start going to Sankey Park? I said, okay, let me give it a thought. I started going there, and I really feel good today. I can do about 5 kilometers. I can jog for 5 kilometers. I can do 2,400 meters in about 13 minutes, and about 3.2 kilometers in about 18 minutes, which is supposed to be a fantastic good time. And for girls with long hair, I see lots of women with long hair. I think that's probably the best place to flaunt your hair. Just imagine the cool wind coming and kissing the water and coming straight away onto your hair, and your hair dancing and swinging. It's probably a magical moment. You must experience the beautiful effect of that. Friends, let me tell you one more thing. BDA, we're very lucky. Bangalore Development Authority has developed so many parks close to in most of the areas. Probably you can choose the one which is very convenient, but probably is very close to your base, and start going there. And for those of you who are really adamant of not walking, probably I personally feel that you should go to a yoga teacher, probably learn about 2 or 3 things from him, and see what best you can do it at your house. In the Vedas, it's clearly mentioned that if you do anything on a Friday, you're blessed with health, wealth, and happiness. And fortunately for us, tomorrow is a Friday. Why don't we all join together? Can I see at least 4 of you all come tomorrow, and let's all walk together for health, wealth, and happiness. Thank you so much.